What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for checking out another video. We are gonna have a pretty fun one today because I got some new graphics for the bike. So as you can see, the old ones are still on. We're gonna be taking those off. If you remember a long time ago, the rear fender actually got broken because this can bend so far down. I guess it can like hit the tire sometimes. So I did get myself a new rear fender because I didn't want to put fresh graphics onto this broken off one. It's not that bad, but you know, so new graphics are over here. I am super excited for them. We went with a local Colorado company called Blue Groove, and yeah, Somnium, they don't do graphics anymore. They went back to Patched MX, and Colton has been awesome with me. I love this little Good Vibes Only stick logo, and he actually sent me the file for that so I could have it on my new graphics. But yeah, went with Blue Groove. They gave me some rider support. They are also who did Ezra's bike over here, so I know they do quality work, and we had some fun with it. So there we go. As you can see, they're kind of curled up right now from shipping and it being pretty cold. It's around 50 degrees in here, which isn't horribly cold. It's not horribly warm. So I'm gonna let them warm up some before I put them on. I might even open the garage and start the car and let the engine warm them up some. But very excited for them. We have the YZ450F. We have applied with their new logo, which matches the new fork sticker. So I'm really excited about that. Blue Groove, and then we got the Chicken Man. I'm really hyped about that. So we'll be matching Ezra's bike and my dad's bike. But yeah, everything's pretty straightforward. On the rear fender here, we have Applied and Race Tech, then Dirt Bike Depot, LitPro, Phoenix, Atlas, and NoToil, and then Blue Groove there. So I think these are gonna look super sick on the bike. Excited to get it going. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully this goes nice and easy. The whole right side and the front off of graphics. I took a little break because I wasn't really feeling it, and the rear fender was a pain. I didn't realize it was going to be such a pain in the butt. It had, I mean, it really wasn't, but this side wouldn't slide in all the way. It was just fighting me. I got it on, obviously, but I was getting frustrated. So took a little break, put Ezra down for bed. So I came back out here, got a little sparkling protein, and yeah, so now I'll take off the fork guards and then the other side of the bike, and then I don't think I'll put anything on tonight because the graphics still are kind of like rolled up, so I have them inside to warm up overnight. And yeah, but I'll at least get the rest of the graphics off the bike tonight. With the sport guard, I had the hole shot device, which I took out of there, and I just had these holes, so I taped it because my graphics finally tore. So on this, I'll probably tape underneath it and then put the graphics over this tape, because I'm not planning to do any racing, and even if I do, I won't be serious enough to use a hole shot device or to really care. So just a graphic over it. Bike is completely graphic free. We took off the fork guards, took off those. I just have those inside right now. And then of course we have the number plate added to the little collection here. So of course that was the Honda. This was from racing the Bull Gulch RMEC, Moto Loco, pit board, the first Yamaha graphics, second Yamaha graphics, and then this one just wouldn't stick, but this was from when I went to the Dirt Bike Depot ride day, and Max got me some graphics for the KTM I rode, but this used to hang on here. It just wouldn't stay anymore. But cool little memorial thing there with all the past plates. This warmed up pretty nicely, so tonight I am going to try and put this on. So I just taped over the holes from that. Don't worry, the holes, they were very poorly done. But so then I'll put the graphic right over it. So the graphic might have a little ridge in it, but I'm not too worried. One thing with this template is it does cover the whole fork guard, as you can see, all the way down. The old template I had, the graphic only covered the middle part, which I kind of feel like makes more sense because it's like indented. but it will be kind of nice to cover up like all this nastiness where this has just been roosted all to hell. So yeah, wish me luck. Let's see how this one goes. I think that one went pretty good. I think that laid down nicely. I'm actually really happy with that. And these aren't lined up like perfectly, but the rest of it comes up along the edge nicely, up over the top. Got all the ridges. It's a little, like, it's kind of hard that indent, but these are pushing out real nicely. Didn't even have to hit it with any heat once I put it on. So yeah, I think that turned out pretty dang good actually. It's like any of the imperfections, it feels like, are just actually issues within the plastic where it's been beat up, or like I said, that little ridge that the old template followed that this covers. It's like there's a little bit of, yeah, that's just the tape underneath it. So yeah, we'll take that. Got the next fork one lined up. Got the hole right there. Then lined up these ones. Now just working to the outside. Trying to work any bubbles out as I go. And another one just laying down real nice. I know there's a lot of different ways you can do this. People do like the soapy water or in a bathtub or whatever. These days I've just been enjoying just straight up patience as much as I can, which is really hard for me a lot of times. I rush things a lot because I'm the opposite of a perfectionist. I just kind of slap things on and then I regret it later. So I'm trying to be better about that, especially with this. Patience and the heat, the blow dryer. And I know I could get like an actual heat gun, but the blow dryer works just fine. Good enough. Whew. Man, knock on wood, but this is going great to start with. I really hope the rest of the bike goes this well. I'm sure me saying that will jinx it, and this part will be at the start of the video as a like foreshadowing, but boom, that came out really well. I feel like it's always like once you get the graphics and you're looking at them closer and you're like, yeah, I should have noticed that on the proof. Like looking back, I probably wouldn't have had the @ sign because it's kind of obvious. Like you don't have to say @DeeO and just that it's a different font, but it's not going to ruin it by any means. It's just something looking at it. I'm like, kind of wish I had asked them to remove that, but that's on me. And it's just nitpicky stuff. I think it still looks completely sick. So sweet. I already put the other fork guard back inside. I'm going to leave them overnight, leave them inside overnight just so they'll be warmer and they won't peel in it's 40 degrees right now. It's going to get even colder, of course. But wow, I'm very, very happy with that. That went on great. Kind of on a good run here, so I'm going to do the front plate. I just pulled it off of the bike. I'm going to do that here real quick. And final ones for the night, I'm just going to do the swing arms because, you know, nice and easy there, and don't need to bring those inside for tonight. So just slap these on real quick, and then that'll be it for tonight. We'll finish up the rest tomorrow. And again, in hindsight, I should have had this be smaller because the old chicken man is covered up here, but hey, we know he's there. It's almost like a little hidden one. I love Blue Groove was able to do a little mountain for me. I've had those on like a bunch of my kits, either the cityscape when I lived in Denver or the mountains. So it's cool that they were able to do a little mountain design for me too. All right, here we are the next evening. I'm pretty tired. It's only like 8 o'clock. We just put Ezra down for bed, but I'm gonna attempt to do a few more stickers tonight. So plan is rear fender, right side plate, both of them, and right shroud. And we'll see how everything goes. If it starts to go bad, I might wrap it up early, but fingers crossed, knock on wood, everything goes well. So let's start slapping some graphics on. always tell the day after you do graphics, because your thumbs and your fingers just hurt from just pushing all these edges down and doing your best to get any bubbles out. This one went on nicely though. I think I'm pretty happy with that. The more you look at any of these, bubbles start to form and come out of seemingly nowhere, and it gets so frustrating. I know yesterday I was saying like I'm trying to be a bit better with not being a perfectionist, but making sure I do things like actually good and take my time. But at some point you just gotta, you gotta say good enough and walk away from it, because it is a dirt bike. It's gonna hit the ground. It's gonna get scuffed up. The first time I go to ride, I'm sure my boot will go right here and I'll have a nice, you know, scuff through there. But just can't get too worked up about it. But that's easier said than done, because I look at it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I could have done this better. I look at Ezra's and I'm like, I could have done that better. But that actually went on real nice, so happy with that. All right, that actually went pretty smooth. I talked to the camera, but I forgot I was on time lapse. So, like I got the one lined up nicely and like all of this lined up, but then this gap here just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And like everything is like, the graphic's not far off or anything. So I probably could have got more heat and stretched that, but I didn't want to distort it. And I mean, step back here, it looks fine. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh, some few little bubbles here I can probably press out. And then this part was fighting me the most. Again, like, yeah, it's gonna look bad when I shove the camera like an inch away from it from back here. Like, it's fine. I don't love that. I might go back and hit it with some more heat and try and push it out. But I mean, the rest looks pretty dang good. So now I'm gonna do the front fender. I did debate buying a new front fender because I knew I had this crease from a crash, but I kind of don't care. The back fender actually had the tip broken off. The front, it just doesn't look as pretty as it might. And you know what? I could go out there, knock on wood I don't, but I could go out there on my first ride and tip it over and crease the front fender anyway. So like, it's working totally fine. Not that worried about it. But let's go ahead and put on the front fender graphics since we're already at it and things are going mostly well. I actually didn't realize how much this sticker template covered, so I don't have that mark because it's covered. So that actually worked out perfectly. But this side lined up real nice. This side, it's kind of in the dark for you guys, as it should be. You don't need to see that. It's not great. It's not horrible, but it's not the best. So yeah, actually I am stoked on this. This is coming together really well. I love how it looks. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side off camera because I feel like you guys don't need to see me do the exact same thing on the other side. So catch you in a second. And there we go. I'm very happy with it. I said the same thing about Ezra's bike that I originally heard from Christian Craig. Good from far, far from good, but I will give myself some credit. I think it came out pretty good. I'm no professional graphics installer by any means. There's definitely like, why even bother showing you this? But like, this is a little frustrating, but really there's not too many points. And like I said, this, like, that's fine. You come back here, you don't even realize it. I'm so happy with how it came out, especially because just a few years ago, I would have been way too scared and intimidated to do this, and I just knocked it out. So yeah, I'm 35, but I'm still proud of myself for doing that. So yeah, I think it all came out super sick. This doesn't really line up, the white there, but from the front, who cares? All of this looks really good. Again, special thank you to Blue Groove for the graphics and the rider support. Applied Technology as always. Chicken Man, my dad's little design. If you guys don't know about Chicken Man, essentially it's this character that my dad drew or has drawn his whole life. And then we made it into like the Woody Woodpecker Honda with the checkered flag from my old job. One of my coworkers designed that for me. So Justin, thank you very much for that. Of course, we got Atlas and NoToil. Colton with Patched MX for letting me use the Good Vibes Only logo design. Applied, Race Tech, Dirt Bike Depot, LitPro, Phoenix Handlebars, boom, Atlas, NoToil, and Blue Groove again. So, and then a little mountain scene with the sun. So sick. This chicken man's hidden, but we know he's there. We love him. And yeah, the seat cover, probably the only thing that like doesn't really go with it. Maybe now that I have some rider support with Blue Groove, I'll get a seat cover from them. I love this seat cover though. It's the first one I got, and then it's been on 3 graphic kits now, and I got that from Patched MX when they were Somnium. And I don't know, it's not torn up or anything. Like, it might not look the best, but I don't think it really looks that bad, to be honest. I'm gonna leave it. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm gonna leave it until I get like a fat rip in it or something. I think it's cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know how the video turned out because it was mostly just time lapse, but yeah, another day hanging out in the garage, working on the bike. And then this weekend, we'll go out and rip it. Ezra's gonna ride his Husky, and yeah, good stuff all around. So thank you guys so much for watching. I wouldn't even do graphics like this if I didn't have the YouTube channel, because who would care? Just another dork out there on the track, but it's cool to have a good looking bike because I know you guys appreciate that. So yeah, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and until next time, as always, take it easy. If it's easy, take it twice. Talk to you later.